my channel and to another crochet video. Today I'm going to show you how I made the Dwell cardigan from Make and Do Crew on Etsy. This project is surprisingly quick considering how large the cardigan is, but I was pretty leisurely with it and maybe took a couple of months to make it, doing a final push in the first couple of weeks of September. After testing out a few different types of yarn, I settled on Bernat Softee Chunky in the color Gray Heather. It's a very soft 100% acrylic yarn, and I purchased 11 skeins at about $5.50 per skein. This was just the right amount of yarn to make the size large according to the pattern. Make and Do Crew describes this pattern as both beginner and intermediate, so I would say from my experience it's probably an advanced beginner pattern. I'm a very visual learner, so I found it very helpful that they included a link to a video tutorial in the pattern instructions. And with my video today, I thought that I would include my notes and thoughts on the pattern and the construction of the sweater to help anyone else who wants to try it out. The main body of the cardigan is essentially made from a 3-row repeat of single crochets, double crochets with chain spaces that make those little windows, and then a sort of modified front post double crochet that creates a kind of X stitch, which is what you see in the footage here. This X stitch was definitely the hardest thing for me to understand from the pattern, and so I was especially glad that they had the video tutorial available so that I could see exactly how it was done. Once I got the hang of it, it was easy, but the visual aid was key. This was my first time making a sweater, so I liked that the construction of the cardigan itself is actually really simple. As you can see, it's just a giant rectangle that is then folded in half, and then you seam it to create the armholes, add a collar and some sleeves, and you're finished. There are pockets in the pattern as well, but I decided to forego those just because I wasn't going to use them at all and I was afraid I might not have enough yarn for them. Once the seams have been created, you can really see the sweater start to take shape. For the collar, You really just do 2 rounds of the 3-row repeat you already did for the main body of the cardigan. After I finished the collar, I noticed that I had sort of created these flaps at the bottom corners, and I'm not sure if that was a product of me not being able to follow the pattern correctly or if this is just a part of the design, but they don't really bother me. They're just an interesting feature, I guess. The sleeves ended up being more like long cuffs for me. They didn't need to be as long as the pattern described because I made the cardigan itself so big already. And the structure of the cuffs / sleeves is really nice. I like the contrast that it gives to the rest of the cardigan. It's really an actual front post double crochet situation, and it alternates with single crochets to create a cable design. When I tried on the finished cardigan, I noticed that the back at the bottom kind of poked out in a way that I didn't really like. So I ended up sewing a piece of yarn through the bottom hem at the back and pulling it tight to sort of create more of a cocoon shape. I really enjoyed making this cardigan. I think it turned out really well. As you'll see, you can kind of notice that I think probably because I have scoliosis and kind of a hunchback, it's sort of tough to keep the cardigan on my shoulders all the time, but it's so big and cozy, and I really like the yarn that I chose. I think it was perfect for this project. I'm not sure I would make this exact cardigan again just because I do get bored, but I would definitely try some of Make and Do Crew's other patterns because I think that this was a really cool one, and I'm really pleased with the final result.